Hey guys, it's Minecraft here today, and today we're going to be taking a look at this thing. Now, this thing is quite a large mech in Minecraft. It is not currently weaponized, but I'm going to be showing you how to build it, and this takes quite a while to build. So, as you can see, it is very large, has two little weird eyes. It's about 30 blocks tall. I think exactly 30 blocks tall, if you look at the XYZ part of the whole F3 screen. Anyway, so it's a slimestone robot. That's obvious, so let's get into building. So, we're going to start off with just a single slime block, and we're just going to build out so that there's exactly 6 slime blocks in a row. This is starting with the end of the tail. So now we're also going to take some quartz, just a quartz block. Quartz blocks, and you're going to use quite a lot of that in this build. It's going to be a lot of lag because there's a lot of slime blocks and pistons. Anyway, so we're also going to so we're gonna put some quartz block under it and have a piston, so we're facing right into it. Next, we're just gonna just keep going like this and just follow whatever I'm doing. So I'm just going to be building the tail. I'm gonna have an observer there, right there, boom. Occasionally, you might have to just quickly like place and then get rid of a block. Just that way, I'll just trigger the observer block, but that just once instead of twice, which would then just return it to original position. Anyways, just follow exactly what I'm doing, and just as you can see, right, I'm just like adding in some slime blocks, right, observer blocks. And it actually works very well. When you get to the front of the tail, or like when you start working on the tail, right. After like 1 or 2 segments, you'll actually end up just like you can just place a clock right next to some of the pistons and they won't even fire at all, and that's just because of the 12 block piston push limit, which gets exceeded by quite a bit because there's a lot of blocks in this contraption as it's fairly large. It's not massive. It's like a 20-30 block tall though. It's very large. Almost it's actually a bit shorter than Attack Robot Colossus, made by Cubemaster. Also, often regarded as the biggest, if not one of the biggest, sort of mechs in Minecraft, which is interesting. However, this one isn't as big. All right, so as you can see, we're just working with this right now, and so more pistons, more observers, more slime blocks, more quartz blocks, and everything. You can make the tail in virtually any shape you want, but this is the sort of shape I'm going, just curves a bit, and I think that looks decently. It looks decently good, right? So as you can see, it's going to be a lot of lag, right, for today because, as I said earlier, large machine. So there you go. I'm so now we're about halfway through the tail. Yep, takes that long. And so just going to quickly put slime block there, quartz blocks, and so now we just have to add in a sticky piston. Actually, well, no, first of all, I have to figure this out. It's a large contraption, so it's kind of hard to remember exactly what goes where. Anyway, so all we're going to do now is just add in another piston. Many pistons there. It's many pistons in this. All right. So now what we have to do. Let's actually quickly go down a bit with slime blocks. Go quickly, just get rid of that, and then add that in. I'm just gonna have to figure out what to do here. So, yeah. Alright, so now that I've got that, what I just have to do is just put in the slime block. and observer block there. This entire mech can actually be right on the ground, because there's no slime blocks touching the ground. I know that's a common thing with some mechs. Sometimes there's going to be slime blocks touching the ground, and that's a common mistake because oftentimes it means that the mech won't be able to move because slime blocks are just sticking to the ground. So that's what you always have to do. You always have to have in like a little extra layer. Also, it's kind of tedious because then you end up having to then you have to just end up making super short segments of 6 blocks long at most. And even then you gotta add in 2 more blocks, so 5 blocks long. Then you gotta double the height and add in a piston and an observer block. So a block of quartz. And so we're just about finished with the tail. Now all we have to do is just add in a few more segments. I try to just figure out how to do this one. Just going to go observer here. Let's try that, put another observer there. And so now we're just gonna quickly actually have the observer block right there. Slime block, and then go down a bit. Now we're gonna have a quartz block and go over here. As you can see, it's just sort of like it's sort of flattish. So that's that segment. It's quite easy to make. Okay, there we go. So now we just have to do is just put in sticky piston and last segment before the connecting segment to the rest of the body. This one's just a pretty quick one to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then have just a few more blocks to put in there. So, block of quartz, right? Here we go. So just full blocks there. There we go. Okay. So now I've done that. All we have to do is just add in the connecting segment, which is also quite quick to make. Alright, and then observer block right there. And so now we're finished with the tail. It took quite a while, but it's the longest segment, or most tedious. Alright, so let's get working on the second part. And that would be the mid part of the body. So let's just quickly go up. So we're going to take what we got so far, the conjunction sort of. And so we're going to go up into the sides a bit with the slime blocks. And then we're going to just put a piston on one side. So after that, then we're just going to go for after that, we're just going to go for a piston on this side. And so we're just going to add in the sides here. We're going to have a redstone block there just to keep it going. Now this part isn't terribly hard. It's just these parts aren't as tedious sort of as the tail. They aren't as repetitive. So all we're going to have to do is just going to add in slime blocks, block of redstone. And so now we're just going to add another slime block there. And boom, there you go. And so now we're going to add some sort of like feet almost, except the feet are a little bit above the ground actually. So, not sure what they really are, but okay. Anyway, so now after we do this and we just add in the feet, a foot there, we're going to go up a bit, right by 2 blocks on one of these blocks. And we're going to add quartz stairs and a block of quartz, and that's going to sort of, not really be feet, but, yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to have to quickly reload there because just the insanity, just the lag. Anyways, so I'm just going to add in some slime blocks there, and we're just going to repeat what we just did. And so we're just going to go up a bit. And then, Same sort of thing. If I could just actually place that there. There we go. More quartz stairs. There's a lot of quartz in this build. Sort of like it's a white-ish snake, though that isn't really what snakes look like most of the time. For the most part, just you know. All right. So now that we got that sort of part done, we're actually going to have a. I'm actually going to have a piston. Just we're just gonna have sort of like a piston. It's going to be just right there. So now we just have to build up the next part, and so it's kind of gonna be interesting, I think, because this part is the part that actually took for a while for me to engineer. So all we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna put the piston there, right, and just go up a few blocks, that being 3, and have like a piston going there, about to push right into the slime block. So once we do that, we're just going to quickly have another sticky piston right there, and a piston right here. Slime block. This is actually the Tomahawk engine, right? Created by Cube Hamster. And so all we gotta do right now, right? Now that we've got this, we're just gonna quickly have like a sort of interesting little like wrap around here, which helps out quite a bit. And the reason is because then you have the piston that just pulls the rest of the entire thing, really. So we're just gonna have a total 4 blocks there.
Okay, so I went to
and
Anime
we will
North
destroy
this past
that
weekend, which is a
redstone block
convention
right,
I've been going to every year for
right
the
in the middle
past
there.
4 years. And at some point, I thought to myself, I'm turning 27
because
this
that
year.
redstone block is just a
and
lock,
then
sort
I
of.
just suddenly felt old.
When you destroy it,
I looked around in the
entire
vicinity and just saw an
thing actually
ocean
starts.
of youth, and for a few minutes,
Anyway,
I kind of
so
felt out of place. Wait,
once you got that,
hold up.
once you got
I know
that,
what you're thinking.
what we're gonna do is have sort of like an attachment, and it's gonna help out. We're just gonna go a few blocks here, right?
Oh, that's not old at all. Do you know how
And
old
there we
I
go,
am?
have a,
insert a number greater than 27. Yeah, okay,
piston
fair.
right there.
That's true. You may be the age
And so now
of
we're just
that
gonna have to
number,
build up
which
a bit.
happens to be greater than my number.
But
I'm pretty sure there's
quickly
someone else
finally
older than you.
get
And
an
there's
observer,
probably someone
there.
else older
And so
than them.
this
In
part is
fact,
the part where
at
we're
any
actually
given
where
time,
the captain's
did you know
seat
this?
is.
There can only
Has
be
actually a
one
pretty decent
oldest
view,
person
right,
in the world,
of the space
provided
around
everyone knows
you,
the
mostly
time of their
in
birth
front,
down to
right?
the millisecond.
And
Does
so
that
it
mean
helps
there can
out.
only be one
You can
person
actually
in the world
change
who
the
has
position of the
right to
captain's
feel
seat,
old?
maybe
No, of course
like
not.
move
It's
it a
all
little bit
relative.
further
Again,
if you want.
I am turning
But
27
I like
this
to
year.
just keep
I am
it where
around
it
the
is
age
because
my
you
parents
can actually
were when
put
they had my
the
older sister.
trap door
And
next
here
there.
I am, not even
You
married
can actually
yet.
put the trap
In
door
fact, neither are my sisters,
like just
and I'm pretty
anywhere
sure
on
my
the
parents
floor
would like to
also.
have some grandkids
Actually,
at some point
yeah, you
in this
actually
lifetime.
could.
These are the kind of
However,
pressures that get to me.
it's
Every
actually
now
not
and then
gonna
I
work
go
as well
through my
because
Facebook and catch a
then you
glimpse
do
of
have
my
slime
feed,
blocks
and it's
like
like
on the
so-and-so
side, and
just
those
got
slime
married.
blocks may pick up the trap door,
So-and-so just had
and
their
that's not
second
going to be
kid.
very beneficial. So I just put the
And
trap
here I
door
am
on the
thinking,
ceiling.
I'm still
In which case you have 3 blocks to
well,
put it
at
wherever
heart
you want.
anyway, and I'm pretty sure I'll be this way for the rest of my life.
And so you're gonna have this
My
sort of thing
body
where
may start feeling old.
it's gonna pull
I'm
apart
already
back,
feeling
and
it
so
right now with my declining
pull these parts
metabolism.
back,
Am I
and
right?
so now we're just going to quickly
But
put
I will
some
do what it takes to keep
slime
my
block
mind
here, right?
youthful. I don't
a
want to become
repeat,
one of those old
a similar
grumpy
thing to
dudes
what
who
we
just
did
sit on
earlier.
their rocking
This
chair
part
on the
is
porch
just basically
critiquing everything in their
kind of
field
freestyle,
vision.
but kind of not. Anyway, so now we're going to build the side parts, and so this should be quite easy. It's just like a little thing that follows up to like the feet sort of things that we just did earlier. And so now we're just gonna quickly sort of add in a few more extra parts right now. Like just going to add in a few little junctions, right? And it'll sort of like extend it so to A, have sort of like little walls for the captain's seat, and to B, also it'll have like a little like actual sort of chest almost, not really because it's a snake, I guess. But anyways, so we're just gonna use multiple simultaneous, just like we're just gonna have multiple sort of thingamajigs and it's just like part of the snake thing, just to have a little bit of a body, as opposed to just sort of like a 5-year-old's drawing of a snake where it's just a line. Let me get a like. Okay. So as you can see, we're just gonna make that sort of thing right there. It's just going to sort of also go slowly up, just like what we did with the feet part earlier. So we're just gonna have to go up a bit actually, first of all, we're gonna go down, right? By just like 3 blocks, I believe. Yeah, 3 blocks. And so then we're gonna actually have to have a part stick out. And it's got a lot of lag there. So we're just gonna have a part stick out, as I said earlier, like a little slime block. First of all, we're gonna add in these little quartz blocks. And so slime blocks right here and here, and this little part that sticks out. And so then we're gonna have quartz stairs up there. And so that's just to keep the quartz stairs in place and stuff, right? So now all we have to do right after that is just go just slime block there and there, similar to how many players may build a roof in Minecraft. You can go like that and that. I mean, there we go, that. And then just go down and go like that. Wait, even then, still not that. Like that. There we go. So now that we got that, after this, all we have to do is sort of just add in some other parts, right? And now we're just gonna go upwards, fully upwards, right? Okay, and add in like the neck. So then we're going to have a block and then a block of redstone, right? This is going to be like the back wall for the captain's place, right? So we're gonna go out a bit, right? So quartz block, slime block, quartz block, then observer block, then piston, and so after that we're gonna have a slime block up a few blocks again, right? And we're gonna make a T sort of shape, a capital T, and then a few blocks back and up, right? 3 blocks back, 1 up, and then observer, and then another piston, and then slime block. Make yet another T shape. This time, I think maybe a little bit shorter. Nah, same size. And then go back again. And so, here we go. Slime block. And then we're just going to go up, actually. And so this is just go quickly. We're actually going to finish this. We're just going to finish this whole mech. We're just going up, just finishing by adding in the top. And so like instead of modeled after a little bit modeled after a cobra sort of alien thing. And so you gotta have this, and then just have to fix that piston after adding these observers, both of which will keep triggering. Then we just have to add in just a few more slime blocks and quartz stairs and quartz blocks, right? And so a little bit of red concrete, and then we will be finished with this thing. So quartz block, then up, and then red concrete. So come over here, and then go quartz stairs, a block. Oh, actually, we have to put the quartz stairs a little higher up. So a quartz block, yeah. So the slime box that goes up, right? And then right there, and so there we go. Then we've got our thingamajig, right? The sort of right eye part, and so the second part in the left eye part, we just have to mirror it, okay? And so quartz block right there, and then sort of make like an upside down, like several, like 45, like a 180-degree rotated L sort of shape. Well, not really, actually. Sort of. Either way. Anyway, so then go up there, right? Actually, there's this part. Just have to quickly replace that. And so, yeah, alright. So now that we finished it, that's the entire mech, right? And so, just to quickly go down. As you can see, it works. So all we're just going to have to do is quickly grab an oak trapdoor, or actually any trapdoor. Iron trapdoor, not as much, but just any form of wooden trapdoor, and just put it right on this slime block there. And so then we're just going to put the rest of it. We're just gonna have it finished. We're just gonna get rid of this block and then get rid of this block, and that way I'll only move one block at a time to minimize lag and test it out. There we go. It actually does take a little while sometimes for it to actually work. It is entirely made up of both rising edge and falling edge monostable circuits, so some parts of it, like the tail, will only trigger after you've gotten rid of the redstone block, and some of them will only trigger when you put it on, like for example the head. So I'm gonna try actually work this, and are you ready to see insane lag? Here we go. I do believe it's dropped to 2 frames per second, and my computer is almost right now dead, or at least it's crying out in pain for me to stop it, to end its misery. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly just put that there. And there we go. It's finished. So hey guys, please leave a like, please subscribe, please show my other videos, and leave a comment down below. This will help me a lot. I'm going to make the video soon. But until then, SEO Minecraft, out. By the way, this video is sponsored by North Castle Integration LLC, taking companies and putting them together, integrating them.